Welcome back, Human Campaign, Scourge of Lordaeron. And yes, that microphone on screen for some reason is a duplicate of the one in my bottom right corner that's telling me I'm recording and my microphone is on. The defense of Strongbad. Sorry, I'm about to say Strongbad. Defense of Strongbad prevents... Recent orc uprisings in southern Lordaeron have forced the Alliance to take decisive measures. To contain the orcish threat, King Taranis has sent two of the realm's greatest paladins, his son, Prince Arthas, and the legendary Uther the Lightbringer, to deal with the orcs once and for all. Everything is Arthas' fault. And thus we meet the probably most annoying person in this entire storyline.
The men and I are honored by your presence.
Can the formalities, Uther. I'm not king yet.
He was sort of alright before he started going mad.
You too, lad.
And even then,
King Taranis sent
he
you to
sort of
help me.
wasn't alright in the beginning.
Father still hopes your patience and experience might rub off on me.
Well, it is a father's right to dream, isn't it?
Look, here's where we stand. Our scouts have confirmed that there is an orc encampment hidden somewhere over the next ridge.
As I suspected.
It gets worse. They're preparing to attack the nearby village of Strongbad. As far as we know, the village is completely defenseless.
Bob's guns. I love some of the
I
random
need to
things
move
that you
against
just
the
notice in
orcs
this game.
immediately. Can you handle Strongbad's defense on your own?
Of course, Uther. Don't worry about me.
Good. Meet me at the orc camp once you've saved the village. Be careful, Arthas.
Uther, you were too good.
I'm here to help.
You are past redemption. Yes, my liege, say the word. Dwarf!
Light is my strength.
So yeah,
A
little
sound plan.
sort of as we go tutorials and story mode, because that's usually how these games go.
Betrayer of the light. Feel my wrath.
Gotta love a good RTS game.
Of course. A sound plan. Of course.
Betrayer of the light.
A sound plan.
You are past redemption.
For honor. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan.
Greetings, friend.
Certainly. Of course. A sound plan.
Justice has come. Orders?
For honor. Certainly. For honor. Of course.
For my father, the king.
Welcome to our village.
Is there danger? For honor. A sound plan.
Not gonna lie, some of these guys look a little too green.
Hello.
I know all the colorations were done to make character models different from each other, but still.
I stand for the light.
Save us!
Get
It's
him!
a trap! Take everything, man. Take all the valuables.
Of course. Certainly. Is there danger? For honor. Certainly.
I almost didn't realize that I was
sound
still a
plan.
bandit.
Certainly. Of course. For honor. Of course.
Help! Bandits are stealing our belongings! We'll take their coin just like everyone else's.
For honor.
Those bandits stole my ledger. Without it, I will lose my entire farm. Please, retrieve it from their camp. It would mean so much to us.
Certainly. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan.
Was I wrong in thinking there was someone down here with a quest?
Of course.
Might be. Oh no, never mind.
A sound plan.
We'll fight for Lordaeron! Get your sword!
Oh, not quest. Right, random guys that are volunteers.
Shall be done.
Justice has come. Betrayer of the light.
Of course. For honor.
Please, you're my only hope. A group of gnolls kidnapped my little Timmy and took him to their hideout in the forest. Could you find him and bring him home?
Timmy!
A sound plan.
Help! Help me, please! I'm trapped in the cage!
A sound plan.
Please get me out of here. I want to go home.
For my father, the king. Yes, my liege.
Oh, thanks so much. I have a reward for you.
Ignore the house on fire.
I stand for the light. I'm here to help.
Really should take Divine Shield, but I'd rather just for this mission have the Devo aura.
Justice has come.
Of course. Certainly.
For my father, the king. Order?
The light is my strength.
Justice has come. Yes, my liege.
Is there danger? A sound plan. Of course.
Sorry, can't help but check the speed. Gotta go fast. Andrew, James, Garrett, Logan. One of those is probably Timmy, and I guess I'll call the last one Dave.
I'm here to help. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Is there danger? A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. I stand for the light. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course.
Say your prayers.
So I guess while this is going on, I might as well start giving fun classic Warcraft stories. So, way back in vanilla, I started probably around patch 1.7, I want to say. Something like that. But I was a very noobish Night Elf Hunter, because it was what I heard was easy to level. And I mostly just wanted to roam the game.
The light is my strength. Certainly.
Now, I did not get that far as a hunter. I think the highest I ever got may have
I
been
stand for the
20-something. Because I was still young in high school, didn't have much time, that sort of thing.
Feel my
Technically
wrath.
played on my brother's account. But that was so I could get used to the game and
Foul knave.
basically get my own idea. But it was my character, so at least I had that. Learned the game,
Feel my
learned
wrath.
being a hunter. Sort of had fun in dungeons. But I never really got too much of a chance to roam
A
around.
sound plan. Certainly.
Much time passes, and eventually, after basically messing around, I start in Burning Crusade, and that's when I really started actually advancing. Leveled a Blood Elf Warlock for a while till
Certainly.
mid-30s,
Thank
and
you
then
for
leveled a
helping me.
Paladin because I wanted to basically
Please,
try
take
healing.
this item.
And I like hybrid classes.
The light is my strength. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly.
And because I like hybrid classes. Oh look, village on fire.
The attack
I
has already begun.
basically
To arms,
leveled
my
with
brothers!
a ret-based weapon if you were going to level ret. Some weird cloth gear and some nonsense, and it somehow worked. Don't get me wrong, it was not easy, but it worked.
Certainly.
I walked around for like 9 to 10 levels with Argyl's robe on me.
A sound plan.
Eventually I started
Of
raiding,
course.
joined a proper guild, quote unquote. Got in basically because they were
sound
looking
plan.
for a healer for a raid they were doing
Of
that
course.
night, or the next night, whatever. It's been a while. But
For honor.
I only had gladiator gear, so I had no mana pool and terrible, hey Blackrock Clan.
Justice shall be.
Terrible mana regen.
Of course.
However, I was really fast with debuff or cleansing, and I was really decent at timing heals. Kept buffs up, that sort of thing. I was like the only paladin or one of 2 that they had. And so it went on for a while. I basically became the master of half mana healing, as I call it. If you start me off with a full mana bar, I was useless, because I would basically burn through all of it until I got to half. And at that point, just because of years, well, months of Karazhan raiding and so on and so forth, I got used to having no mana pool and learning to time my spells, so hey, I managed to do that without any sort of heal bot or anything.
For my father. the
And
king.
even to this day, I still barely ever run mods on any
Certainly.
games I play, or add-ons rather. So,
course.
like, I think DBM and Omen were the only 2 I really had in the beginning,
Justice
because
has come.
threat back then was a funny thing to get too much of.
For my father, the king. For honor.
And even then, I only sort of needed DBM,
Of course.
but it was more for raid notifications and certain bosses, that type of thing.
Certainly. Of course.
Bob's guns is on fire. It's fine, probably. It's also invulnerable and on fire.
Certainly.
Anyway, learned healing,
Of
had
course.
fun.
For honor.
Eventually started tanking. Never went farther than Gruul's Lair and that guild, but that's because we wanted to farm things and rotations happened and so on and so forth.
Certainly.
I don't think we ever really got to SSC if I remember right. Well, while Burning Crusade was running. But we had people that knew what they were doing. It's just a matter of luck, top floor of Karazhan
course.
being really annoying,
For honor.
tanks rotating, that sort of thing.
course.
We only had enough really for a 10-man group. We may have had enough for 2 10-mans, but just the days didn't
sound
add up for
plan.
certain people. Happens.
Certainly.
Feel my wrath.
A sound plan.
And I still remember having to be a paladin tank back in the glory days of paladin tanks, and being told, hey, aren't you gonna mark for CC? And the main tank of the guild basically said he doesn't need to.
Justice
Naturally,
has come.
DPS don't know what they're talking about, so basically charged right in, tank everything. Although Karazhan was fun for turn undead and making them actually run away and accidentally resetting Moros, which I learned you could do because you could fear Moros as a paladin.
For honor. Of course. Certainly.
Wrath comes and goes. I kind of like Wrath in a matter speaking. I didn't like that it didn't get to utilize all the lore it wanted to. Like, I always wanted to see the Gundrak raid, because that 5th instance portal was never used. Well, rumored Gundrak raid. This is why, for the sake of Vanilla Classic, if you will, I am a fan of quote-unquote intended vanilla, which basically includes them eventually, if things are going well, adding stuff like, stuff they intended to put in the game but never got around to. Like, RuneScape
Bless you,
Classic's
Prince Arthas.
edition of new stuff that wasn't in later versions
Don't
of
worry,
RuneScape
son.
when they brought back
We'll
the
find
legacy
them and
servers on
bring them
their
home
end.
safe.
Prince Arthas, Lord Uther needs
At the
you
same
in
time,
Orkney
I don't want a lot of
immediately.
the modern conveniences that they had in.
Let's get moving.
Like, no barber shop. No, well, no barber shop, but have more, have more of the later, before they switched over to models, like haircuts and stuff like that, available at character creation. You still have to learn to re-roll if you decide that you don't like your character for whatever stupid reason. Good old days of vanilla. I think I went through 3 warlocks that way. So yeah, Blackrock clan, woo. Because, sure. Anyway, that's it for the first mission. Second mission will be coming up in next video. See you then.